Pastors Greg and Michelle, marriagemakes3.com. We're glad to be here with you this evening. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us. Come on in, share the broadcast. Share the broadcast. I'm soloing this evening just for a little while. I appreciate you all. We want you to know that we come to you every Tuesday through Thursday between the hours of 9:30 and 10ish. So we are double dutying around here. That doesn't sound right. We're on several different duties, and so our work schedule is really tight. So we're running a little bit late tonight, but do want you to know that we appreciate you so very much, and just wanted to come in and to talk for a little bit to kind of encourage your hearts and let you know you are not forgotten. Again, I'm Pastor Greg Mostella, marriagemakes3.com. I'm one half of the team. Pastor Michelle, you all know her well. She is on other duties tonight. I appreciate my sweetheart. Did you all know that Sunday will be our 14th year together? Isn't that amazing? I'm so very thankful. 14 and on the 14 years on the 14th. Isn't that correct? Yeah. So that's it. Anyway, thanks for coming in, y'all. We appreciate you. You all come on in and share. Just want to be here for a little while tonight. Just want to kind of catch up. I haven't been in here with you in a while, but by myself. But I'm glad to take this time with you. Come on in and share, and let me know. Somebody let me know if you're able to see me and hear me. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I think I heard myself earlier, so maybe I'm in here. But anyway, want to talk a little bit tonight. And before we do that, let me tell you who we are once again. Pastors Greg and Michelle. We are pastors at Tribe Judah Ministries here in Starkville. We are Air Force veterans, of course, parents and grandparents. We are authors of several books, and we are your go-to couple for all things relationship. And we want you to know how much we appreciate you. We were on earlier this evening with Apostle Nabia, all the way from the beautiful state of Hawaii, and had a chance to share with her audience, and want to share with you for a little while tonight. Just want to talk about something, not a lot of heavy content, just want to talk for a little bit. Many of you know that we have been, for the past little over a month, I think now, we've been talking about the Cheating Chronicles, inspired by Hank Williams Sr. song called Your Cheating Heart Will Tell on You. And we've been talking about it from that perspective. And Hank Williams Sr. talked about some of the consequences of cheating. And we talked about the consequences, and we've been dropping information on how you are to get past cheating. And we have a brand new product. It's called Overcoming Fidelity. And it's available on our page here. It's available at bit.ly/over-infidelity. bit.ly/over-fidelity. I'm seeing if I can get that information up here for you. For some reason it isn't. Okay, there we are. Y'all give it a moment there and it should populate your screens. Overcoming Fidelity. I wanted you to know about that there is a checklist that goes along with that I believe that's a free download. That is an altogether free download that goes along with that book. This is going to help you if you are in the place where you have been cheated on. Maybe you're the cheater and you want to go ahead and get this for your loved one as an indicator that, look, I'm over it. I'm ready to get past it. I'm going to do better. And you have to show that you're going to do better. It's not enough just to use words, because people have said that before and did what? They turn right back around and cheated again and again and again. And those folks become serial cheaters. So thank you for joining us. So you see the information at Overcoming Fidelity. This is an ebook. It's also available on Amazon, of course, and you can get this. And I believe that it's going to be a great tool for helping you to get past cheating. Contains a lot of tremendous information. And again, you can get this free download, bit.ly, bit period ly/ over infidelity, over infidelity. Pick that up. And again, it's absolutely free, and we believe that it's going to help you. It gives you some tools for dealing with it. Maybe you're in the midst of a blowout. Your loved one has cheated on you, and you need to know some things. Is this a one-time offense, or is it more than once? How long? How long has this been going on? Right? And so anyway, you want to know how long it's been going on? Is it going to continue? Now, you can't get inside a person's heart or in their mind, and it may be their best intentions to never, 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 never cheat again. But the consequences, we need to understand the dynamics, the psychology of cheating, and this checklist is going to do that. Use the checklist to assess where you are, and then you are able to make a better educated decision on whether or not you're going to continue with the relationship. And of course, it takes two. It takes two, baby. You know that it takes two. So knowing that is going to it's going to depend on their determination. Look, I'm in this for the long haul. I know I've been a cheat before. I've been a dog, baby. I'm sorry. And you have to prove yourself. Sometimes you have to throw yourself on the mercy of the whole entire court and come back in. You got to get down on your knees and play some James Brown. Please, please put your cape, put the curtain over you. And, you know, Maceo is not around to help pull the curtain off, but fall on your knees and cry out, please, please, please. Was it Boys to Men on bended knee or something like that? I don't know if that one was about cheating or not. And don't forget, before I go to my content, there's a whole heap of other great resources available for you. This is a free download. It's called Sex Connect. Formerly, yes, no, maybe so. It's called Sex Connect. This gives you and your loved one an opportunity to kind of go and take 26 questions or 27 questions, and you go to your corners and you kind of fill them out. And the answers will be either yes, no, or maybe so. Can be all of them. Well, I guess it depends. But the answers are yes, no, or yes or no, or maybe so, right? And you will both take your questionnaire, you fill it out, you'll come back together, and you'll compare notes, and it will be absolutely beautiful. Get this at bit.ly/MM3 links. Marriage makes 3 links, MM3 links. Our first book together is entitled 7 Keys to Better Sex in Your Marriage. You'll see a beautiful couple here on the cover. That's none other than Daniel and Marta Soto, our good friends and son and daughter in the gospel. All right, and they thank God for them. Thank God for their marriage, for their now helping to raise a beautiful little granddaughter, and we are so very proud of them. Kudos to the both of them. Keep up the good work. But there's a special section in our newest copy. This has been updated to include their story, the story of the couple on the cover, and that's available for you in your new copy of 7 keys to better sex in your marriage. And our second compilation, a book that we wrote together, is called Erogenous Zones, Exploring Marital Intimacy. This is a great book, folks. This is a wonderful book. And I'm not just saying it because we wrote it, but I'm saying it because it's the truth, with a capital T. It is the truth. Let me read a little bit. Can I read a little bit of it for you? You all are quiet this evening. Are you sleepy? Are you all going to sleep? Because I'm not seeing your comments. We appreciate you being here with us. We appreciate our replay viewers as well. And I just picked the kind of a random page, and this is page 117 from Erogenous Zones, Exploring Marital Intimacy, and it reads as follows. And I'm going to the middle of the page. If you have read our book, 7 Keys to Better Sex in Your Marriage, then in marriage, 7 Keys to Better Sex in Marriage, then you already know the importance of establishing a proper setting for romance. Those keys, in conjunction with a better understanding of the preparation mechanics found here, will only bring more positive results for you both. We assume at this point you have already established a proper ambience for romance. Ambience for romance. I love that. Ensuring that your mate is neither hungry or thirsty, and you have eliminated any off-putting odors or noises. Man, those off-putting noise odors are horrible, especially when complicated with the noises. And safety concerns. Ooh, that's just horrible. Let's see, folks, this is unscripted. So, if you're laughing with me, great. It's always better to be laughed with than laughed at, okay? You've eliminated those safety concerns as well. Let's see, you are properly attired for comfort, have lighted scented candles, soft lighting, romantic music. All these areas are key to your success. Foreplay consists of 2 essential components, conversation and stimulation. Although we do our best to address these in detail, what is preferred differs from person to person. For you to know what works in your case will rely on your own research and development with your mate. There are many ways to incorporate these 2 elements. Fantasy, role play, video, and even board games are a few examples. The idea is that there are so many choices. With a vivid, active imagination, there should never be an excuse in your intimacy game. All right, so that is from pages 117 and 118 of Erogenous Zones, Exploring Marital Intimacy. If you haven't gotten this, what are you waiting on? This is absolutely going to help you in your intimacy department. Well, I don't need any help. I have all the help that I need. I know what I'm doing. You know how many people say that? And how many people really run into problems? All of us have problems, right? All of us have issues from time to time. And we want you to have the resources available. So when you have a problem, you have a ready resources. There are not many folks like us who are writing books like this. And we hope that you will take advantage of this opportunity and go get your copy. I believe it's really going to be a tremendous blessing to you. We use the scripture from, we talk about Solomon and Mrs. Solomon. We talk about the word of God from Paul and Peter and all of those things that God says about marriage. We talk about Adam and Eve. So it's a very biblical centered, I won't say right at the center of it, but most of what we say and do, you can go to the Word of God and find some source or some reference. We hope that you will get that. So tonight, very interesting topic that we put up, and that topic was breaking up from hashtag cheating chronicles. Breaking up from cheating hashtag chronicles. I chose a song that once I announce the name of it, it is going to be familiar to most of you. I say most, yes, in our audience, it would be familiar to most of you. Some of you heard this play at your family reunion, at your family gatherings. If you listen to the OJs, if you like four-part harmony, if you like boy vocal groups like the Temptations, then you will remember this group that I'm going to mention in just a moment. All right. Uh, but once I call the name, what I'm going to tell you is that many times you and the Soul Train group, whenever they played the first notes to this song, people started looking for a dance partner. But did you know what you were dancing to? I think most of our songs, if they have a proper hook and maybe we understand some of the words and we like the rhythm, if we like the beat, it doesn't really have to say a lot. It doesn't have to speak the truth, you know. But this is one of those songs that I love the vocals in it. Gerald Austin is in it, and some other familiar voices. I think Gerald Austin is probably lead on this. But those are familiar voices and names to us because many of us grew up with this style of music when soul crossed over to R&B. And so there is a kind of mix there that we can appreciate. This song is called Kiss and Say Goodbye. Kiss and let's just kiss and say goodbye. Didn't I tell you that some of you played it at your family gatherings? The DJ played it at reunions. It was on Soul Train. And again, when they play that, because it's kind of a slow song, people are looking for somebody to pair up with, right? The old bump and grind. They're looking to pair up. And let me find somebody sweet that I can get close to. Let's just kiss and say goodbye. The song was recorded by the Manhattans, March 1976, Columbia Records. It was on a 45. Now, I didn't own this one. I was in beautiful Guam at the time this song came out, but 1976, March 1976, it was on 45. These were probably the last 45 RPM records, double-sided records that were released. I don't know what year, but they actually stopped. But I think 1976 was pretty close to some of the last Art 45s that were released. But this song reached #1 on Billboard in the US and stayed there for about 2 weeks. Now, and when you understand what was going on in 1976 with racial dynamics, the racial climates and acceptance, guys coming home from Vietnam, still a lot of political unrest and those kinds of things. This was a kind of a tough time, but for them to reach on Billboard #1, that was a pretty big deal. The Manhattans had that boy group styling. I love that four-part harmony, great harmony. And those guys normally had a good bass and somebody who could hit a few falsetto notes. And that made them very popular. They would go on with groups like the Temptations. In fact, the Manhattans were almost probably too big to be paired with the Temptations. So a little bit different genre, but the same style of music, those soul, the love songs, and those kinds of things. So I think this was intended as a love song. It was a breakup love song. And many of the soul and R&B style songs could kind of cross genres. Not only a breakup. Remember, from the stylistics, breakup to makeup, that's all we do. That was a breakup song, a fight and breakup song. So we're always having trouble and we're breaking up just to make up again. When I come home, you're on the phone talking about how bad I treat you, and baby, you're wrong. Okay. So some of you, most of you, I'm sure, if hearing the lyrics will remember that. So that was the Stylistics. Now, this was a little bit, the Stylistics, one of their things was, along with the Shy-Lites, is that they had that high pitch, that falsetto note that was really, that made them extremely popular. Uh, Extreme good falsetto, and all those brothers had some good fros. They had good round afros. I don't know how they got them that way or what, but uh, anyways, that was the thing there. That was the case with the Stylistics and the Shy-Lites. So we moved to the Manhattans. Manhattan have came along a little long after the Shy-Lites and the Stylistics, and they sang this song. There were a number of songs that they recorded that became very, very popular, probably some that outgrossed this one in terms of revenue and as well in terms of chart placement. But again, on Columbia Records, 45 RPM, 76, March 76. And the song begins with the deep, with the bass voice of, I'm not sure if that was Gerald Austin, but it began with a deep bass voice. And he said, this has got to be the coldest day of my life. I call you here today, like he called a meeting, for a bit of bad news. So I call you here for a bit of bad news. I won't be able to see you anymore. Because of my obligations and the ties that I have. And there, if we were playing the music, we would hit stop right there. Because there is the first sign that there's some cheating going on. There's some cheating going on. Now, you're not going to sing a song like this. You're not going to tell me that Uncle Sam called him up because that was the tie and the obligation that he had. No, you're not singing songs like this. You're not getting people on the dance floor telling them I'm going in the army, you know, or the Marines have drafted me, right? He said, because at this time in 1976, of course, the draft, there was no draft at that point. They had stopped at least bringing people into Vietnam, and they had stopped the draft. He said, I call you here today for a bit of bad news. I won't be able to see you anymore because of my obligations and the ties that you have. So she had ties, but not only does she have ties, my obligation and the ties that you have. Later on in the song, Fast Forward, he sings, I've got ties and so do you. Y'all remember that? So both of them had some ties. And that usually means that we're married to somebody else, but we're cheating with each other. Oh, that's it right there. That's it. That's a drum beat. There's something in the matrix right there because there's some truth released. He says, we've been meeting here every day. And remember when we said that when you're cheating, you tend to meet in the same places. Remember Billy Paul, he said, we meet every day at the same cafe, 6:30, right? Meet in the same places. When people are cheating, they tend to go to the same haunts where nobody knows us. Not cheers. Nobody knows us here, right? So we can sneak in and nobody's going to call us out and say, ooh, I know who you are. I know you're cheating, right? We've been meeting here every day, and since this is our last day together, now it's kind of final in his mind. You haven't even heard what she has to say, but you've already decided it's final. Folks, when a relationship is kind of one-sided and he decides it's over, it gets a little bit dangerous because there's some women who would say, You may think you're going. You may think this is, I'm not ready to end it yet. And she show up at your house. Y'all know how dangerous that. Y'all know some crazy people. And some of y'all used to be. Right? So what do you mean used to be? I'm still. Okay, so maybe she's not ready to end it, but he says we've been meeting here every day since this is our last day together. That's kind of final in his mind. He says, I want to hold you, and stop right there. He says, I want to hold you just one more time, and maybe that's going to start it all over again. Maybe you should just quit cold turkey, just walk away while you still can. Okay, just limp away. Maybe you should have just, well, they didn't have texts, they didn't have cell phones then, had a few pay phones left. But he says, I want to hold you just one more time. When you turn and walk away, don't look back. I want to remember you just like this. Let's just kiss and say goodbye. You can't make this stuff up, folks. These are real lyrics. This is a real chart topper, and our phone is ringing for some reason. This is a real chart topper. So something is kind of going on here in the matrix. So he says, I had to meet you here today. There's just so many things to say. Please don't stop me till I'm through. This is something I hate to do. We've been meeting here so long, there's the hook. I guess what we did was oh so wrong. Please, darling, don't you cry. Let's just kiss and say goodbye. Many months have passed us by. I'm going to miss you. I'm going to miss you. I'm going to miss you. I can't lie. I'm going to miss you. Fades out. We're talking about breaking up from hashtag Cheating Chronicles, breaking up from cheating songs. And there are many more just like that one, where you think that it's a love song or a breakup song, and it crosses the line, it crosses the genre. Okay. That's the thing about culture and language, is that language crosses barriers, and you cannot create a superior language out of an inferior culture. Okay. Yeah. Didn't mean to go into all that. The point is that this is the kind of thing, it's creative, it's genius. I mean, these guys were really amazing artists, and to come up with a song like this, again, to cross the lanes, to make Billboard magazine is pretty high. They were on shows like what is it? Was Dick Cavett? Dick Cavett was not on at that time, but Johnny Carson was on. Johnny Carson, and they were on shows like the Midnight Special. Some of you remember the Midnight Special. Bandstand. They were on, of course, Soul Train, and New Year's Rocking Eve, or the ball drop show that Dick Clark always sponsored. And so they were a very popular group, the Manhattans. And we've been talking about their song, Kiss and Say Goodbye, a breaking up from cheating song. We've been talking about this in line with our series, The Cheating Chronicles. And I told you about a brand new resource that we have available for you. It's called Overcoming Infidelity, and it's available right now. You can get it at bit.ly, bit.ly/over infidelity. bit.ly/over infidelity. I've enjoyed talking about this with you, and it is our hope. It was our hope that you don't run across any infidelity in your life. Remember that we talk about 5 different kinds of cheating. We've talked about how to get past cheating. And our brand new book, Overcoming Infidelity, is about overcoming infidelity, getting past the hurt, dealing with the distrust, dealing with the disappointment, dealing with the hurt, dealing with the lies, dealing with the rumors, all of those things that come with having a spouse or a loved one who cheats on you. Now, we want so much better, and we're persuaded for so much better for you all. And we want you to know how much we appreciate you. I'm Pastor Greg Mostella, marriagemakes3.com. Pastor Michelle is on another little work project tonight. And again, we want you to know how much we appreciate you. That's why we come in every Tuesday through Thursday. As of lately, we have just been here Wednesday and Thursday, but nevertheless, we still want you to know how much we appreciate and love you all. Look, I'm going to get ready to get out of here. Just want you to know that I, again, appreciate you. Make sure that you share this on replay, hit the like or love button, share it, share it, share it. And I hope it's refreshing. It's a little bit of the departure from what we normally do. Normally, my honey is right here beside me. Again, if you see us on Sunday or think about us before Sunday, make sure that you give us a shout out and say happy 14th anniversary. Been the most 14 wonderful years of my life. Not only is this our 14th anniversary, but this is our dog, Esther's 14th birthday around the same time. She was 6 weeks, Mother's Day, so actually she would have been born around the first part of March. Maybe, yeah, it was around the 14th of March. All right, look, got to get out of here. I love you all. Thank you for joining us. I always remind you here at the close of our broadcast that God loves you, we love you, and ain't a thing you can do about it up in here. Before we close out, I just want to give you another flash, another look at our new book cover, Overcoming Infidelity, Healing and Restoration. Overcoming Infidelity, Healing and Restoration. bit.ly/over infidelity. bit.ly/over infidelity. Love y'all. Have a great night, and we will see you on Sunday. Make sure that if you're able to do so, join us for our ministry at Tribe Judah. Love y'all. See you soon.